Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another video. Welcome to the channel. All right, if this is you guys' first time tuning in, I help people overcome narcissistic abuse. I have been doing that since 2016, and I have been dealing with narcissists since 2010. All right. So I really have a good topic today. Pretty simple, really simple question, but definitely a lot comes up in regards to this question. So a lot of people ask me, are they the narcissist? I know that sounds silly, right? But some people really do want to know the answer to this question. Because some people may feel that they may have been turned into a narcissist after dealing with a narcissist, or they may feel that they could just be a narcissist, just in general. But most of the time, just to answer the question, you're not a narcissist. What usually happens after you meet the narcissist, you're in a relationship with them, maybe you're married to them, and they leave you or you leave them. We realize that we're different. We're a different person. We notice that we are changed. A lot of us, we don't trust people. We don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in people anymore. Maybe we begin to doubt our own reality, even our judgments, and how we may show up in relationships, or how we're being with others, or how, or even our perspective on relationships, and even our perspective on love has been changed. And not for all, but I would say most of the times it could have a negative impact. Our beliefs, our thoughts are definitely changed. Now, in terms of, are you a narc? And the reason why people may ask this is because, again, after you deal with a narcissist, you are changed. And a lot of it is negative. And when I say that, I mean, you begin to take on the narcissist persona. And a lot of it is just a defensive mechanism because, again, you're just trying to protect yourself. You want to make sure that no one hurts you, or you may want to have that upper hand on maybe the next person that you're dating, because maybe you don't want to feel that pain that you felt that you felt with the narcissist. Maybe, again, you're just trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. So some of us, we may end up taking on that same type of personality as the narcissist did, to us, you know what I mean? And so we end up really behaving in the same manner as the narcissist. Not that we want to, it's just something that occurs after, being a victim of narcissistic abuse, of having that traumatic experience happen to you. And again, wanting to keep yourself safe, wanting to protect yourself, and not wanting anyone to get too close to you after having dealt with such an abusive relationship, an abusive person. You know what I mean? So some of us, we may think, we were like, man, well, am I the narcissist? Like, am I abusive? Am I toxic? Am I negative? Now, some of us, again, going into the relationship with the narcissist, we're not toxic, we're not negative. Or some of us, we may have codependency issues, or we may have underlying childhood traumas that we didn't even know that was there. But again, the narcissist brings that up out of us, or they bring that up to the surface in order for us to deal with it. Now, some of us, we deal with it, and others of us, we don't. We ignore it, or we say, oh, it'll go away in due time, but we never address it. You know what I mean? And so when the narcissist discards us, or if they move on to someone else, or we leave them, it's like we never really address what happened, but we take what the narcissist did to us, and to protect ourselves from the next person, we may think that that person is a narc. Then we may behave in ways that the narcissist behaved to us. So just to answer that question, because some people, again, they feel like they could be a narcissist. They're not sure, but 9 times out of 10, you're not a narcissist. But I will say this now, and I do believe that this is how narcissists are created, is because the narcissist is created when they go through a traumatic experience, right? Maybe they experience PTSD, or maybe they experience a childhood trauma, or maybe this person was abused in some way, whether it was physically, emotionally, sexually, psychologically, in any way, right? And so again, this person is putting up those barriers and those boundaries and trying to protect themselves and making sure that they never get too close to anyone, that they never open up again, that they never fall in love again, so that way they don't have to go through that pain. That's how a narcissist is created, because for one, they never work on themselves. They never get the help that they need. They feel like nothing is wrong with them. They feel like, they're perfect and that you're the problem, right? And so one of the things, I believe that is how the narc is created, because they never deal with their issues. They never work on themselves. But what makes us different as the victims and the survivors is that we actually realize that, okay, you may have had an issue that you were going through, you were dealing with, a reason that could have caused you to attract a narcissist. So you begin to work on that. You begin to do some introspection. You work on yourself and you figure out, why do I keep attracting a narcissist? How do I stop it? And how do I go on to move to live a better life? Or how do I go on to have a healthier and a happier relationship? You get what I'm saying? So that is what makes us different from the narcissist. But again, unfortunately, some of us may become a narcissist because we have had contact with a narcissist and we just take on their personality. Unfortunately, we may take on their persona, because that's all we know. That's all we've seen. And that's, maybe we have felt like the narcissist is doing better than us. And so maybe we feel like maybe you should be like them, or maybe you should do and act in ways as the narcissist. But just a heads up, you probably don't want to do that, because you're only going to be hurting yourself and you're going to be hurting other people in the process. And again, if you don't really get the help that you need, if you don't work on your inner self, if you don't do the inner healing that you need in order to, let go of those childhood traumas, or let go of those codependencies, or let go of the things that are keeping you stuck, those fears, those challenges, and those struggles, then you're still going to kind of stay stuck. You're still going to stay stuck in that same place of never really recovering, never really healing. And you're pretty much going to keep attracting narcissists over and over and over again. And really, you're going to find yourself alone, and no one's really going to want to be around you, because people could consider you to be a narcissist. People are going to want to stay clear from you. They're not going to trust you. They're going to see you as toxic. They're going to see you as a person that's harmful, destructive, and dangerous to be around. So just be mindful of that, especially if those of you feel like you could be a narcissist, but you're probably just a victim of narcissistic abuse, and you never really got the help that you really needed, or you never really acknowledged that this is why you are the way you are. Because the reason why I say all this is because I remember back when I was living in California, I used to drive for Lyft and Uber. I know I told you guys about that a couple times. And I drove for Lyft for about a year. It was really good. I was able to do it full time and I was good, right? I used to live in LA. And I remember there was this girl in particular, she asked me what it is that I do. And I told her that I help people overcome narcissistic abuse. And she's like, oh, that's amazing. And she was telling me she feels like she was in a relationship with a narcissist. And what's crazy is she never got any help. She never talked to a coach or a counselor or anything like that. And so she felt like she was just behaving in the way that how her narc treated her. So she never got any support and no assistance. And after she went through that experience, so she said that her next relationship, she felt like, she was abusing that person. She was being mean to them. She wasn't allowing that person to see who she really was. She was very toxic. And she said that she would, really just not be open to this person at all because of the hurt that she experienced by the narcissist, you know what I mean? And she was just like, oh my God, am I a narcissist? And I was telling her, it's like, no, you're not a narc. You have just not done your inner healing. You haven't really looked inside yourself to see what's hurting you, what traumas have you gone through, and what you need to overcome. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was telling her. Like, no, you're not a narcissist. You just dealt with a narc, and you never really looked at what happened to you in order for you to heal that. You know what I mean? So that way she could be able to let it go, forgive herself, forgive the narc, but also do her inner work, you know, which means focusing on herself and focusing on how she could overcome that and heal and be a better person, right? So I do hope that this video made sense. I know it probably sounded a little silly, but it's crazy because a lot of people do ask me, they're like, hey, am I a narcissist? Like, why do I feel like I am one? Although I, usually I'm not this way, but, because I've dated this person, I feel like this person has changed me. And a lot of people do feel like narcissists changed them. And it's crazy because literally that's what the narcissist wants to do. They want to make you like them. So it's like subconsciously and psychologically, that's what they're doing. Like the longer you're with the narcissist, the more they're going to influence you, the more they're going to influence your life, your decisions, your thoughts, your belief systems, everything, your values, your morals. The narcissist can change you if you allow them to change you. But this is what I always say. They can change you for the good or they can change you for the bad, right? So it's up to us to decide how we want the narcissist to impact us. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope that this video was helpful. Make sure that you guys do like, share, and subscribe. Share this video if you feel like it could bless someone or help someone. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Love you so much. Bye.